This is the Holy Stone 720G and is a pretty interesting drone for a beginner. It's got a 2-axis gimbal and it's stabilized electronically, brushless mode, a handful of flight modes, and a pretty decent flight time. So we're going to talk about this drone to find out if it's the drone for you. So as you can see, this is a foldable drone. The back arms go out first. Then you unfold the front arms, and it is a nice, small, lightweight drone, but it does not weigh less than 250 grams. So some people are really looking for drones in the sub 250 gram category. This is not one of them. Now, I already mentioned before, but this has a 2-axis gimbal, so it's gonna stabilize in 2 directions. It does not stabilize in the yaw direction. That's when the drone spins. That's done electronically. That kind of smooths out the video, and it does a pretty nice job. It records on board the drone. You put a little micro USB card in here. It says anything that's class 10 or better. It does have some sensors on the bottom, which helps it hold its position in the air. It actually does a pretty nice job. And yes, this is a GPS drone, so it does have some of those GPS features that you're looking for. It has a return to home. It has a follow me. Now it's a remote-based follow me, so it'll follow the remote. It has an orbit, and it does have a tap fly feature. Battery on this thing charges via micro USB-C, and you'll get about 26 minutes of flight time with this drone. The range on this guy is about 1,000 meters. That's a little over half of a mile. Now, in terms of actual real usable range, you're gonna get about a half that, maybe a quarter of a mile distance, and that's with the video feed coming back to your phone via free app. You can kind of see what's going on. Now, Holy Stone is not a drone manufacturer. What they do is they buy and resell drones that other people make. Some of their better drones, and this one included, has a lot of good MJX internals. The camera here, the software here, these are all done by MJX. Now, MJX is actually kind of my favorite inexpensive drone manufacturer. They do a really nice job, especially with their cameras. So this guy is priced at like $280. If you're looking for this, there is a link down below where you get a 10% discount on this particular drone. So the question is, do you want this one? At $280 or a little bit cheaper if you happen to use that 10% off code, you know, you're looking in the $260-ish range for something like this, kind of depending on the sale price. And can you get something better at that price range? And there really aren't a whole lot of drones worth your money between $200 and $300. Really kind of the exception are drones that are made by MJX. And remember, this guy is basically made by MJX. My favorite inexpensive option, less than $300, is this. This is the Flyhaul or the Bugs 16, and it has a full 3-axis gimbal, and it's actually a little bit cheaper than the Holy Stone. So why would you opt for the Holy Stone? Well, Holy Stone drones are sold by Amazon. They have the Amazon backing, and Holy Stone is actually a pretty solid company when it comes to customer service. One of the best in terms of drone sellers, especially on Amazon. This isn't actually Holy Stone's first 720 drone. This 720G is the newest and best version of those 720s. They have the 720E, they have the 720, and those didn't have real gimbals. The footage on this one is going to be a little bit better, right? And there's 6,000, 7,000 really positive reviews on these Holy Stone drones. I've had a few Holy Stone drones. Now I do like the images coming out of this drone. You get a little bit of distortion. You can kind of see that kind of rounded horizon in the back in some of the shots. This thing is a flat earther's nightmare. No, I kid. The 4K footage coming out of this thing is actually pretty decent. It's nice and smooth. You're gonna wanna fly nice and slow. These are some 4K images just flying over this nice little pond, and it does a nice job. Image stabilization's good. Just don't yaw fast and you can get some decent pictures and video with this drone. The different modes, they work okay. They're not going to be the best. You're not locking on to a subject or anything like that with follow me mode. It is literally just following the remote control. So, you know, you can put it up in the air, you can set it to follow you, walk down a path or whatnot, and it will follow you, but don't expect to be going fast or far doing any of those fancy maneuvers. Another thing that I really like about this drone is that you get this pretty nice little carrying case, and everything will fit inside of here. You got your drone, you got some extras, some goodies, some cables, extra propellers, things like that, and your remote. So let's take a look at this remote. This is a standard remote that you'll get with pretty much any MJX drone. The antennas fold up, these little handles fold down, and there's a spot to put your phone right here, right? Your phone will connect to an Ophelia Fly app, and it goes right up there. Turn the screen on and you'll see you get some information, how far the drone is from you, how high the drone is up, how much battery you have, over here on the drone and how much battery you have here on the remote. You can see right now that I'm in mode 2. You can switch to mode 1 if you want, and I'm in low speed mode. This button here, right, this little red lock, is how you start spinning the motors. You push this, the motor starts spinning, and then you can take off. We also have a GPS on and off button here, so if you wanted to fly in GPS mode or without GPS, say if you're flying indoors, you can flip that off here. High and low speed mode on the shoulder up here, as well as a working gimbal wheel. So if you want to adjust the gimbal up and down on the camera, it'll pan up and down with this wheel here. Now it's not super smooth, so that is kind of disappointing. You got another fake gimbal wheel over here that does nothing, and then pictures and videos over here. Tap for picture, hold for video. This is your take off button and your return to home button over here. So good solid remote. I like the way this feels. It's a very familiar remote. Like I said, I've flown a lot of MJX drones with this remote, and it's a good piece of equipment. So at the end of the day, really you have to decide. Do you want kind of this mid-grade toy hobby-ish drone for somewhere between $250 and $300, kind of depending on the sale price? Or do you want to spend a little bit more and get something like the Mini SE? Or do you want to spend a little bit less money and buy something like the MJX Bug 16 or Flyhall FX1? Those are basically the same drone that are oftentimes found a little bit cheaper, but you're not going to get them on Amazon. And you're going to be buying them from places like Banggood, where the shipping takes 4 or 6 weeks, and the customer service isn't always as good, right? You do know you're getting good customer service with Holy Stone. But no, this is not a professional grade tool. This is just something that you'll learn how to fly on, and you'll probably want to upgrade later once you catch the full drone bug. Hopefully you learned something today about the Holy Stone HS720G. Thanks for watching. I'm Jack with Half Chrome. Good luck everyone, and happy flying.